Hi everyone, I am live on YouTube. Jane Voneman, Psychic and Medium here. And I am having a great day. I just got back from the beach and I am ready to do a Kim Kardashian segment. My email address is ladybutterfly1059@yahoo.com. So all day long, I could not stop thinking about the Kardashian family. And the reason being is because, I don't even know them at all. It's just that something struck my studies to say that I'm worried about Kim Kardashian. I'm worried for her. Why am I worried about her? Because psychically, I feel like Kanye West, her husband, is on a rampage. All of a sudden, some anger issues are coming up in him. Now, I did a past video about him running for president, and I feel like I was totally kind of off on that tarot card reading. So I'm going to speak from my mind and how I hear truth, because I don't want anybody to think that I got my information wrong, which I looked at the video and I wrote down underneath the video what I got wrong. I'll admit when I'm wrong as a psychic, because when I do these videos, there's a lot of pressure on here psychically to be really accurate and things like that. But a lot of times when I'm just like at home doing things in my kitchen, I'll start to hear downloads from spirit and I'll be more accurate, because then I'm like in my comfort zone at home. Nobody's watching me. I don't have all the energy waves out there of, even critique people who like to view me for whatever reason. Why would they view me if they want to critique me? But I don't know. But so I'm going to go ahead and do this Kim Kardashian prediction. Kanye West is really kind of in trouble right now. He's having a mental overload breakdown. He at first got a really good idea to run for presidency, and then it turned into a little bit of a, I believe, like a manic episode. Although I'm not going to diagnose him because I'm not a doctor, and I don't know officially if he's been diagnosed as bipolar. I do know what it's like to go through episodes where you unleash your anger onto others. So, I do know that I've risen up above that. So the suggestion for a mental health break for anyone is just to take deep breaths, breathe, and go somewhere quiet by yourself. But for Kanye West, he didn't do this. And so he's angry at Kim. He called her a white supremacist, which is like, wow. He called his own wife that. He also said that none of his kids will pose for Playboy ever, none of his West children. He also said that if he begged Kim to have the baby, that the firstborn would have been aborted because Kim wanted to abort it. But he prayed to God for its life, the child. And that is kind of alarming because the children will hear that one day. So everybody's concerned about that. Now, a lot of things that you like hear in the media could be fake news. Here's the thing, Kanye West, he knows absolutely what he's doing to stir up drama in the Kardashian family so that the media starts noticing them more and starts being more concerned, possibly, for the Kardashians. He even went as far as calling his mother-in-law, Kris Jenner, Kris Jong-young, which is like Kim Jong-young, or however you pronounce that guy's name, over in Korea. The Korean guy that was supposed to nuke us all, right, with the button. So, he went on a rampage on Twitter and everything. So I'm just telling you all the information in case none of you heard it, because I'm sure everybody's heard it because, everybody's very fascinated with the Kardashians. At least I am, because, why? They're wealthy. One, they live a posh lifestyle. They can lay in bed half the time on their TV show, and who wouldn't like to do that? And be filmed drinking coffee and eating great food and all that good stuff, right? I would. I get paid lots of money, large amounts of money. Wouldn't you like to be in the Kardashian family about right now? Right. But here's the thing, fame does spoil people's venture. Fame can get to people. This is my wand that I'm holding right now with a lithium stone that was made by October's, the store in Lakewood. So I do magical stuff. So I'm holding up my crystal ball right now. And I'm going to do a Kardashian prediction on what's going to happen next to Kim. So I'm really concerned about her, so I want to see what the crystal says. So I'm going to take my deep breaths. I'm going to breathe. Okay, I'm seeing a vision of Kim Kardashian. I see her looking at her phone a lot. Kind of worried. I see her in some, I believe, tight spandex pants sitting around. I do feel like she has her children near her. She hasn't really told her children anything. Okay, so now the spirits came in and started talking. They said it crushed her self-esteem. Again, one more time. Kim's had her self-esteem crushed many times. She's beautiful. She's totally beautiful. She used to hang around in the old days with Paris Hilton, and no one really knew who she was. But then she had like a sex scandal, which pretty much made her and the whole Kardashian family, I believe, famous. So Kim is responsible for her family getting famous. Besides her mother, Kris, marrying a former athlete that used to be on every Wheaties box, excuse me, Bruce Jenner, Olympic runner, right? Whatever, he won an Olympic gold medal. I can't remember, sorry, what he did. Triathlon, my spirit guides are saying. So when Kim was very young, like 10, she had to experience what her father went through with really being friends with O.J. Simpson and really trusting O.J. and then being shattered and devastated because O.J. killed his wife. The family was kind of split up around that time. Like they were going to court, they were going to church for Nicole Simpson's funeral. Is it Nicole Simpson? Am I saying that right? And all the while, he was his lawyer, Kim Kardashian's father, Kris Jenner's husband at the time. So it was Kris Kardashian. And the family was very separated at that time. Now, Kim, being very young and fragile at age around 10, would see that her dad really liked an African-American man athlete who is famous and really was happy that he got to be his lawyer. I mean, this made him totally more famous, Mr. Kardashian. And then what happened was that Mr. Kardashian, which I'm sorry, I just can't think of his first name right now, started to really think that maybe he was defending this guy and really maybe OJ really did kill his wife. So he was torn. His heart was torn. He was in a lot of internal pain, which led on to get him sick with cancer. Because when the body's trying to do so much and work so hard and then all of a sudden have this total shock to your system, I think he got sick from the shock to his system. So he really loved his daughters so much. They were the angel apple of his eyes. And him and his wife started fading, though. And that was also what got him sick. And then she started coming into an attraction to Bruce Jenner. He withered away and died, and Kim lost the very love of her life, her father. Now, if anything, I have compassion because I have lost my father. All of you, I have lost my father to cancer. All of you who have not lost your father are very lucky, because when your father goes, you're going to wish maybe that you treated him better, possibly. But whatever, maybe, you know, I don't know. Some people don't get treated good by their fathers. So that's just a little heads up for anybody who's watching me. So going through all this stuff that Kim Kardashian has gone through, which somebody supposedly stole her jewelry in Paris, and she was begging for her life, and they put her on the bathroom floor and they duct taped her mouth. And I don't even know if they ever found the perpetrators for that. I haven't followed that story. But I'm telling you all the facts first before I would go into my psychic reading as a psychic medium, because I want to be very accurate. But here's the fear, is that all the trauma from Kim and what she had as a child at age 10 and having to experience her father caring so much about O.J. Simpson, and then O.J. Simpson ended up killing his wife. Do you think that she felt comfortable meeting a guy like Kanye West, because it was in her comfort zone, that is also abusive? Because the signs are there that Kanye West could possibly emotionally and mentally abuse Kim. But Kim has put up with it all these years because she's a female. One, she loves him. Two, he's the father of her children. But he's highly, highly jealous of her and her beauty. I mean, she is very successful. She's now a billionaire. She has done all of this herself with her own mind and her own success. Kanye has let her be creative and do everything she needs to do for her business. But then she started helping get prisoners out of jail who were not guilty. And she went all the way to the White House to meet the president. Now, you know that Kim could have taken a lot of flack for that too. Like, you know, a lot of flack goes out to Trump, and a lot of flack would go out to Kim for just going and meeting with Trump, right? Because there are a lot of Trump haters in the world, but we don't want to draw energy to that, because all the Trump haters in the world, it's just so ridiculous, really, because they're just expending wasted energy. I've said this before. It doesn't do a bit of good. So, you know, if anything, you poison your own body with hatred. That's all you do when you hate somebody else. So, being that Kim didn't care about all that and the response that she would get from going to meet the president and doing this whole thing that she does for getting prisoners out of jail early who are not guilty, she stumbled upon, I guess, something else, another relationship possibly with another African-American male. He is good looking, has a beautiful face. I think Kim could get bored of all the mental health stuff with Kanye and be tired of going through the emotional roller coasters. This guy might be more of what Kim needs right now in the mind, you know, like mind, body, spirit. So I fear that she could be going through a divorce and he could get jealous. Now let's see if my fears are accurate psychically, because a lot of times I'll have fear, but it'll just be in my regular mind, my conscious mind. But in the subconscious minds of minds is the psychic mind that tells me all truth. So let's see what could happen. Okay, they said that he could get in trouble for meddling with her mother. That her mother is calling him pretty much, Kris Jenner is calling him a nut job. They're saying he's a nut job. Kris Jenner is saying this. I see Kris Jenner right now in the crystal. I see her short haircut. I see her wearing black, something up above like her black nap of her neck. I see her also wearing like something open in the back. It looks kind of sexy. It's kind of cool. I love, you know, that she's still looks so good for her age. I mean, she has all those kids and I see somebody walking. It's weird. I see somebody walking in the winter time though. I see snow on the ground, and I see a vision of this in the crystal. And I see, it looks like Kanye. It looks like Kanye. He's wearing a long coat. Kanye's wearing a long coat, walking in the wintertime. There's buildings to each side of him. He's walking kind of alone. I feel like he's kind of being like a drifter right now, like almost like mysteriously, I don't know, disappearing possibly, but just, and then the spirit said, refresh your memory. There will be a gray area, and it's all about mental attitude. The mother, they said the mother. They keep saying the mother. Now, I feel like Mr. Kardashian himself is coming in spirit to help me with this reading. So that would be Kim Kardashian's father. I see a spirit energy here. He really put into his daughter's mind the almighty, like how important the Franklin is, meaning the dollar bill or the $100 bill. Is a Franklin a $100 bill? I can't remember, but my spirit said Franklin. I have to get the downloads on, what the spirits mean half the time because they were saying Franklin a lot right before Aretha Franklin passed. I do feel like they like Aretha Franklin a lot in her music. And maybe she shaped or helped Kanye in some way. I feel like with Kanye right now, the thing that's going on really underneath the whole current of everything is like the Black community really upholds him, supports him. And then like, is he going through something too, like with the racial thing that's been going on in our country? Is he tired? Is he worn out? But he's like hurting inside himself. He's really hurting because our country triggered that to come up again in him, the racial injustices of the world, the apartheid all the way from the beginning of time, which started over in Africa. The minds of the masses. They said he's going to hurt his reputation, his image now, because he knows that too. He knows it's too late now. He said what he said on Twitter, things like that. He calmed down. I think he's calmed down a little bit now, but sorry, I'm just connecting with the spirit right here. Whoever this spirit is right here. You see it? You see the light coming out of my hand when I do that? So it's very important for the third eye, for creative people to like really come into play and really, they like that they get really creative. But sometimes creative people can get a little overwhelmed because they get so creative that all of a sudden their mind just like snaps and it turns to jello because they're tired. I feel like he just needs to like turn his mind into jello right now and just sit. And that's what they're thinking too. Like they're thinking maybe we should just admit him into a hospital or something and just give him some sedation. The Kardashians, because, we want him to zip it, Who is more powerful, really? It's a power struggle. It's a pull. It's a push-pull between communities of people. It's a power struggle between people, they even have money. Like it's a push and pull, it's like, do I have more money than you have type thing. I'm sure they signed many prenups and many trusts, and they have trusts and, but it's not all about that anyway. It's just about living in the sea of life and being happy in a marriage. And they are not that happy anymore. They are hurting. this marriage between Kanye West and Kim Kardashian West is superhuman force hurting. And why? Because maybe this whole thing that came upon us lately in the limelight, in the media, and in the, the people's minds, the celebrities are struggling right now. So I just want to warn her, Kim, that could she be in danger? Could she, I don't feel her life's in danger. I don't feel like he would lash out on her like that. I don't feel like he would snap like O.J. Simpson did. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying his anger, his anger right now. He's closeted. They said closeted, whatever that means. I don't know what what my spirit guide said by he's closeted. We'll see what that means later. I mean, the great rapture for them, I think it's over. I really think that their sex life is going downhill. I think it's survived all these years together, but I think now it's like, this is it. She feels like a caged animal in this marriage, and she doesn't want to be. And he should not eat caged animals. He should not eat the wrong foods for him. If he wants to heal himself mentally, he's got to eat the proper diet. And that would be probably a vegan raw foods diet that he would heal his mental illness. Because you can really heal your brain chemistry with the proper herbs and supplements. I don't think that they've done that much on him. Maybe he has. I don't know. He looks pretty healthy. I'm going to see what else I see in the crystal. There really is a cure for mental illness. It's meditate every day, live a more simple life, not live overwhelmed and work too hard. People that are mentally ill there's been some great people, brilliant genius people that are mentally ill. Like the woman that played the female lead in Gone with the Wind, for instance. Einstein, he was mentally ill. He had bipolar. We don't want to say anything about mental illness because people have had their share of mental illness that are very, very popular and famous. It doesn't mean that they're bad people. It doesn't, but society still tries to laugh at them. And right now, Kanye West is going to be laughed at. He really knows better. He really knows better. This is a scar from my car accident that I was in. See that? I was in a car accident. And I went through the windshield. But I'm good. I'm fine. I lost my spleen, though. But I'm good. Just a little heads up about myself. And the reason I'm good is because, and I've struggled too with my share of quote unquote doctors, try to say that I was bipolar, quote unquote. And all it is just a chemical imbalance in the brain that you can heal. Because I used to be angry, kind of like Kanye West. I think when you go through a thing in your life around that age, that's a very hard age to go through. Now I'm way older and I don't have to go through that stuff anymore. There's like this inner rage that comes up and you're mad at everybody in the world. Even your own partner. Excuse me, I dropped my crystal ball, but that's okay, it's fine. Okay. So anyway, I think that's my prediction for Kim Kardashian West and Kanye West. I hope and I pray that their family's going to be okay. I tried to see everybody I could. If I get more, I'll write it down underneath. Thank you all for joining me live. I've had a lot going on today. I was in a video contest that goes to Ridley Scott, which is producer and director of Thelma and Louise and great movies like Blade Runner. So I did that today. Wish me luck with that. And, I think that I'm just going to throw in there, my spirits were talking about somebody that's a closet cross-dresser too. Interesting. I don't know who that is. But I'm sure Chris Jenner experienced that with her husband at one time, and now she's divorced from him. She's had her share of divorces and pain in her life too, hiding the fact that somebody's a cross-dresser, possibly. I'm author of Tune Into the Magic Within. Here's my book. Here's my picture when I was a little younger. I'm also app creator of the app Spirit Dice. Here's my logo for the app Spirit Dice. You can find it on all iOS phones. It has wonderful artwork in the app that my mom did. This is my favorite one right here, is the Child in Spirit. And the app is doing really wonderful. And I appreciate the downloads. I appreciate you also for those of you who are viewing me to please subscribe to me on YouTube. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. Thank you all. Fabulosity, darling. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.